what made you to come into meditation?
The search of peace in spite of having lots of... I was not able to manage my personal and professional life.
You made it as a meditation center for the benefit of everyone, so where you were not getting any rent. But what were you getting?
Everlasting peace and happiness. But when I started sharing, then only, that day I started receiving actually.
At the time of pregnancy, didn't you even take folic acid?
No, not at all, because I was using pyramids that time. Meditation itself is enough for you. We are getting that pranic energy.
So what did you learn from Patriji?
How to live like a master, how to celebrate your life every moment.
When you saw him for the first time, what felt inside?
I was in a trance for a few hours. He is at the highest potential after Osho.
My soul namaskars to everyone. Welcome to PMC English. I am your Pradeep Aniruddha. My dear friends, she has done her B Pharmacy and worked for India's #1 healthcare and research company. She started her meditation in 2010 and stood strongly for the cause of meditation. She organized large meditation programs like National Congress of Spiritual Scientists in Kolkata and Bhilai. She also delivered powerful messages in large meditation programs like Dhyan in Rishikesh. She is also the founder for PMC Zorba and Zorba the Buddha Meditation Center. She is a youth empowerment coach and a spiritual parenting coach. She is none other than Phultushi Chakraborthy from Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Welcome, madam. I am so very glad to see you here in Hyderabad PMC office today.
Thank you, thank you.
My first question for you, how did you come into meditation? What made you to come into meditation?
The search of peace in spite of having lots of achievements in the materialistic world. But there was something lacking because I was not able to manage my personal and professional life.
So were you working when you came into meditation?
Yeah, I was working as a marketing executive in pharmaceutical company.
Oh, wonderful. And what made you to start a meditation center? Because people come into meditation, they want to get benefited, they want to come out of stress, they want to get health. But when was the time that you have chosen to teach this meditation to other people? And that too, you started this meditation center in your own apartment.
I came to Hyderabad to meet Patriji, and one of my friend Navkant, he invited me to see all the centers and how these centers are run at a free of cost for the public. So I have seen so many other centers, but that places they were charging. So I wanted to have our own centers of pssm where people will be benefited and with no cost. So it inspired me a lot, and I was having my own apartment, so I thought to start it for the Raipur people.
Did your family agree to start this meditation center?
Yeah, actually this apartment was solely for me. So there was no interference, and of course my husband is my friend and a supporter. So there was no interference in that way.
Wonderful. Indeed, you also invited me to Raipur in 2013 January for a National Congress of Spiritual Scientists program, and you have hosted me in the same center. So what are the different programs that you have organized and conducted through this meditation center for all these years?
There was in the year 2012 we conducted public program, and it was first time ever 200 plus people attended those program. And the specific uniqueness of that program was it was conducted by all youngsters from starting from age 5 years, 6 years and till the age of 20 years. So it was one of the best program, and after that we have conducted 7 days music empowerment and music and meditation empowerment program where Patriji attended it for 2 days exclusively for Chhattisgarh people.
Wonderful. So what was your experience in this music meditation program?
That time I was 7 months pregnant, and it was my precious pregnancy, but I was full of energy, and across India people came, and Dr. Sanjay Kingi also one of the musician in that program along with Patriji. So we enjoyed like anything, and people across India they came and attended, and the way we have conducted it was like all together it happened very smoothly and yet very powerful. So people experienced the music as well as meditation. So it was a dual combo. So it was very successful.
Beautiful. And when you spoke about your pregnancy, I was told that you had some infertility issues, and through meditation you were able to get pregnant. So can you please elaborate on that?
Yeah, in my 10 years of married life, I was not having my child, and I was having lots of gynec issues, and doctor they were having no clue what exactly is happening to me, and they were just feeling yes, you can't have the child, some issues. And of course being Indian, we are fond of astrologers, and all, they also predicted you can't conduct any child like that. So I was worried, and of course after coming into meditation I understood that this is my soul plan, which in my previous birth I was having a guilt in my that understanding. So because of that I was in this lifetime also I was not having child. But once I cleared all those guilt and my past karmic account, I changed my soul plan, and I happily conceived successfully. My child is now 6 plus. With meditation and Louis LA, some of the thought pattern change, I conceived very nicely.
Beautiful. So you mean to say that when thought patterns change, so the reality of health is also changing,
Definitely.
and the reality of the human being is also changing.
Definitely.
And once when medical doctors told that you will not be able to conceive, and the conception has happened.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So what are the other results that you have seen in the lives of meditators who come to meditate in your center?
During my journey itself, I was able to counsel, I was able to take care of other people, those who are having even cancer also, we have treated in our center. So those people they have cured, and in the meantime I got confidence that with the help of meditation and pyramid energy and change in thought process we can conceive very naturally. So not only me, along with me some other people also conceived naturally. So it was the myth that if you are having any disease it can be taken care. So I was having lots of gynec issues. It was said that we can't cure it without medicine, and long life we have to take medicines. So such cases also we are dealing nowadays.
Wonderful. And what is your experience as youth empowerment coach? Because whenever you conduct a program, there are lot of youngsters who get associated with you and also in the program. So what is the secret of holding all this youth together?
Yeah, actually I feel to relive with the youth, because in my youth I was not able to have any person who can hear me, who can understand me, what is my requirement. So after coming into meditation I understood that the real power is within me, and my purpose became to empower other youths also, that what they are lacking, that is not outside. So when they interact with me, they are having this place where they can directly explain whatever they are feeling. There is no inhibitions that they have to hide anything. I am just like a friend which they can't speak to their parents or teachers, whatever issues, even in career if they are facing any challenges, because in my whole life I just share with them, and they feel that I am just like them only. So they feel a buddy feel, and yet I just direct them what is the right path, like where to transform their energy, because in the youth it's having a very vibrant energy. So we need to give them channels. So in that meditation is a very important role it plays actually.
So when you said that youth has to meditate, what is the right age for a person to get into meditation?
Like from 5 years of age we recommend, and youth like teenagers when they come and they need understanding what is the science, why they need to meditate. So when they understand, because in their youth they are having some imbalance of energies. They are stuck with some anger, some irritations. They are not able to accept their bodily changes, and lots many things are happening. So in that case, if we are just making them to understand, even as per their age also, if they are meditating, it can do wonders in their career, in their goal settings. They actually just need to understand it itself. Within just 10-15 days, they can be able to direct their purpose of life very easily.
So wonderful. So you mean to say that through meditation they will also be able to know their purpose of life?
Definitely, because what happens when they don't know purpose of life, they are under pressure of either their parents or the peer pressure. So after some time, I handled such cases. One of my students, she opted for engineering, but later on she discovered she wanted to go for music learning. So she did engineering for 6 years. She was not able to cover that classes. So I feel youth should be taught very early, and parents should be also along with them, so that they can give freedom to their children when they are actually choosing their careers. So in that time, they can just follow their passion, what they love to do, not what their parents wants or what their friends wants actually. So they will be perfectly in their right profession, and that vocation will be giving them happiness. So they will be, for the longer period of time, they will be doing best in their profession. That's right. So purpose and their passion should be united. That is the agenda. I felt with meditation only it's possible actually.
Beautiful. So combining purpose with passion and keep doing that, so will keep a person happy.
Yeah.
But parents also need to support them. If parents are not supporting them, then the task will be very difficult for the youngsters. So how do you handle such situations where youngster wants to pursue his passion, but the parent is not inclined or not allowing the youngster to pursue their passion? So how do you handle this?
For them it's difficult, but I make sure that yes, whatever you want, it will happen. But first you also have to undergo this 40 days of meditation. Within 40 days, they start realizing, yes, we were imposing our desires which we were not able to fulfill, and we wanted our children to fulfill our desires. So gradually within 2-3 months they start, because they themselves are facing our children are not listening to us, they are becoming rebellious. So when they go in the back history, what made to behave for their further behavior, so they understand कि okay, with meditation we did in their childhood, we were imposing them कि listen to us, why you are not listening to us, you have to study this only, because at the end of the day they are not successful also. Somehow they can choose their career which their parent want, but finally they are not able to excel in that also. And later on, if they choose their career, they are not successful in their other life pattern also. So nowadays parents are very they are very open, but it takes little bit time to understand that.
So what is your responsibility or what are your duties as a parenting coach, or especially as a spiritual parenting coach? What do you do?
Mostly the base starts with meditation, and then educating parents that their children are not their children. Basis of that famous quote of Khalil Gibran, they only just came through us, and I am also implementing it. And the best thing, when we don't own our children, we just support our children, that makes a happy bonding with the children. So my job is I just keep counseling, keep educating those parents. So whatever issues are there, that healthy relationship they need to form, I make them to understand along with meditation. Because once if they are meditating but they are not getting that right knowledge, and here plays the role of book reading by the parents, especially mothers also, like book of children if they are reading. So they in that book is by Osho. So that book says about how to upbring happy child, because we need more happy child than more stressed child. This universe needs happy child, right? Happy individuals. So in that way I educate them, I make them to get trained about what exactly is parenting. Parenting is not just having a child and holding them ki you are my child. Parenting is just a very nice relationship, loving relationship, and more of friendship. It's a bit challenging, but yes, after regular meditation and counselings, they are doing great with their children.
That's beautiful, madam. You have told two powerful statements. Children are not your children. Children has come through you, so you do not own the children. So this is something you will tell the parents. Okay.
Gradually, in due course of time. Before that, they feel that children are their property, but gradually, with their meditation, when their mind becomes a little volatile, and that time they are able to receive those things, and they see the changes. Yes, if you are meditating, then our children are also listening to us. Before that, they only come with complaint. They are not listening to us. Then gradually within 3 months and like that, their children, and they develop very nice relationship.
You also said that the relationship between parents and children should be of friendship.
Yeah.
And how much success did you actually see in transforming the relationship of parents and children into a relationship of friendship? Did it really happen in your experience?
Yeah, because I am also practicing this with my child. She is 7 years old, and there is a huge gap. But the only thing is, I am natural to her. I am not behaving as if I am something different or I am her mother. If I do mistake, I ask her, I am so sorry. If she does, she asks me. So it's not one to one. It means I will be your boss or like that. So friendship means we are natural as I am. She is natural as she is. She no need to hide anything from me, and I don't hide anything from her. And of course, it's very difficult because we make one boundary. Our children should see us as we are just idol for them. But what we don't want our child to do, the same way we should not also do the same things. So if we are lying, our children will lie. They are mirror. They copy us. So it takes a huge courage to be like a friend with the child. Because my child, she says, Mama, you are getting angry, please meditate. She sees me that key, okay, my mom is telling other people. Then when her turn comes, she also says like that. So I have to take her as it is, keeping my ego aside.
Wonderful, wonderful. How was your motherhood experience?
It's amazing, and I feel definitely if it was before meditation, I would have never enjoyed this. And actually before meditation I conceived, and there was a miscarriage also. But that time I was not knowing, I felt very bad. But after meditation I felt it is for the right cause. Because without meditation we are not able to connect with the child also in the womb. And until and unless a mother is connected with the child, there is no means understanding. The development of the understanding between the mother and child is to start from the very first day of the conception. So there is a connectivity, that development we are not able to feel without meditation. I was able to meditate long hours. I went to Himalayas during my 4th month of pregnancy, and there I was able to connect with my child, and she was as a guiding force. And after her birth, in last 2-3 years, she told me how a child comes out of the mother's womb and take care of her mother. And really happened during those days. So I used to read books and tally those things, and it was exactly the same way during my pregnancy, how to connect with the child in meditation, the music effect, everything is amazing actually. So in my throughout pregnancy, I never used any even vitamins also. It was very smooth, and I enjoyed my pregnancy like anything. It was one of the best experience of my life.
Usually at the time of pregnancy, the child needs a lot of iron. So mother takes folic acid tablets. That is what every pregnant mother takes. Didn't you even take folic acid?
I tried to take, but my child himself, he told at that time, she told that, mom, you don't need it. Meditation itself is enough for you, and we are getting that pranic energy. And I was using pyramids that time. So within 1 or 2-3 months, it itself I just withdrawn all those chemicals actually.
So you did not take any chemical tablets?
No, not at all, because there were some gelatin layers. So from the womb itself, my child told, no mama, you no need to take, because it is having animal protein. So just avoid any external things, you don't need. But I used to spend time in nature. From the nature itself, she only suggested me, You can get that vitamins from the nature, you just feel it with every breath in, breath out, you can get all the nutrients, whatever is needed for you. And I applied all those things and she is very, very healthy. Absolutely, we are normal and it was like amazing. I never thought in that way.
Beautiful. That's really a miracle, I would say. How did you use pyramids at the time of pregnancy?
I was using that cap pyramids and I was keeping those cap pyramids in my womb, and I was using pyramid water also. In the jugs and all, I used to keep pyramids, and that water I used to drink actually. And during my meditation time, I used to hold those pyramids and used to meditate. And my child that time, she used to tell me, ki, okay mama, I am getting enough cosmic energy. I was able to communicate, ki, okay mama, thanks for keeping this pyramid. And I never ate much food. Generally we say that during pregnancy child needs lots of food and like that. That's why after her birth also, she always says, mama, I am having enough energy. So during that time she used to tell me ki I am fulfilled with cosmic energy. So I used to keep those pyramid cap in my womb and I meditate with flute music.
Beautiful. That's amazing. So how are you able to talk to the child? So usually third eye experiences are, you may be able to see it, you may be able to listen to it, or you may be able to feel it. So how was your experience?
The very first day when I conceived, it was around after 10 years. So nobody can believe it. But the very first day there was something as if somebody is near to me. And that time I was not able to believe that I am conceived. But somebody is around me, I used to feel. And gradually when it got confirmed, like I used to hear some voice. Mama, you have to do this. Mama, I am there, like that. So I used to, and during meditation also I was able to just listen to something, some messages will come. Not exactly I can see, but I can feel, I can hear like that way. A very nice incident when I was in Himalayas, during that river I was taking bath. All of a sudden I got one message, ki, Mama, there is a snake. When I thought, where, what? Exactly, and my child, she told me, Mama, relax, nothing to worry, just you take care and move forward like that. And really to confirm it, yes, the sound from my baby, and it happened, and it was really one snake was over there. So lost many experiences like that. So mostly I used to hear her voice.
Wonderful. So how about your meditation experiences?
During my meditation also I get some ideas instant. So whatever next I have to do, I get some instant messages form. I hardly see anything, but yes, 2-3 incidences, like I have seen Pyramid Valley before going to Pyramid Valley, and some of the incidences of my life which in the form of deja vu, like just it is getting repeated. But mostly I am master in getting all the messages, what next I have to do, what programs I have to do, how I have to spread meditation. So as if I am always connected with the masters and they are just giving me messages.
Patriji recommends lot of books, lot of beautiful books, books by enlightened masters for all of us to read. Out of all those books, what book has inspired you the most?
Patriji's Tulsi Dal itself, it took 1 year to implement all those things, because whenever I used to read and I wanted to implement everything. So it took 1 year, because in that book itself some other books are also recommended. So it took 1 year to integrate and implement all those things. And apart from Tulsi Dal, I am fond of Deepak Chopra, 7 Laws of Spiritual Success, and also Louis Selle, that book, You Can Heal Your Life. So these are my basic fundamental books which made me to understand how thoughts create our life, how I am shaping my life every day. And Wayne Dyer, Power of Intentions. So these were my initial days books. And nowadays I am very much fond of Joe Dispenza, how we are just our everything we can create, and we are just in the field of quantum world, and whatever we want to manifest, we can create it. So it's in the scientific way, because my background is science. So I'm fond of Joe Dispenza books actually. So, and Yogi Kathamrit, these are my books which made me where I am today.
What is Yogi Kadamrit?
That is the book by Yoganand Paramhans. So there, how meditational experiences that I was able to tally with my own meditational experiences, how our power, whatever power we get during the course of time, we should not use it for the showing to others like that. And guru and like student disciple relationship. So I experienced all those things, and while reading all those books, I was able to go into trance and feel and connected with Mahathir Babaji and all esoteric experiences I experienced while reading those books.
Beautiful. So it is the autobiography of a yogi.
Autobiography,
So in Hindi it is
Yogi Kathamrit.
Okay, okay, wonderful. What did you learn from Deepak Chopra's book, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success? Because it is also one of my very favorite books. I think I have spoken about that book in more than 100 classes.
Wow.
So what is your takeaway from that book?
That we are pure potential. When we operate from that understanding, we become limitless, and we are in abundance state. And another law was in that power of giving and receiving. Before that understanding, I used to always think of receiving mode, and before meditation I used to be very miser. I never used to share anything in my life, so it constricted my life. When I understood, more you give, more you have to receive. So it's a two-way process. It's not always giving or always receiving. So when we are balancing, whatever is coming, and just pass it on. And in PSSM we learn that whatever you have, just share it. So that the very first day when I learned and started practicing, the art of sharing overwhelmed my life like anything. And that's why how I was able to share my apartment to the people, those who are interested to meditate. Because of that book, I was able to do that.
Oh, actually. Wonderful. Because if you would have rented that apartment,
yes,
you would have got some rent out of it. But you made it as a meditation center for the benefit of everyone.
Yeah.
So where you were not getting any rent. But what were you getting?
That everlasting peace and happiness. But when I started sharing, then only.
Okay, only when you have given, you started sharing, then you got this peace and happiness.
Yes, I invested all my PF, all my LICs to renovate that center. And at the very first day when I understood that now I don't have to give now much, because everything now ended. That day I started receiving actually. When there was the end of my materialistic everything, that bank balance, everything. But after that I started getting abundance in all ways. My health, before that I used to spend money for my in-laws and my father for their medicine and all. But after that there were no need of spending those money in that way, but lots of happiness. People were getting happy to visit that center. After their meditation, I used to feel lots of happiness. And that I never were able to experience with money itself.
And thank you so much for giving shelter for me in your meditation center for around 10 days. And you organized my meditation programs there in Raipur. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There was a lot of wonderful giving from your side, which allowed me to take classes in Raipur. How was your journey with Patriji? When have you first seen him? And when you saw him for the first time, what felt inside?
When I met him first time, because my background is from Osho, my journey, spiritual journey started with Osho, and I wanted to meet physically Osho, and I cried a lot to meet Osho actually. But when Patriji was airport at Raipur, he was just coming and I saw him from very far. I felt as if Osho is just walking and coming near to me like that, and he gave me a big hug. I was in a trance for a few hours after just immediately meeting Patriji. And then I travelled to understand what exactly this science is. Why I am not able to think anything when I am near to Patriji. So I discovered all those things. Then I understood at present on this earth he is at the highest potential after Osho, because I read Osho and I am very much in tune with Osho. So I can see Patriji as my living Osho actually, and I fulfill all my dreams and desires what if I have done with Osho as my master. So I have fulfilled everything with Patriji.
Patriji, wonderful. So what did you learn from Patriji?
How to live like a master, and after that how to celebrate your life every moment. So these were the concepts which I learned from Osho, but practically how to implement those things. Even if you are cooking, then also how to celebrate your cooking. Even if you are just sitting only, how to celebrate your sitting and not to waste your time any single moment. That I learned from Patriji a lot.
Have you visited Kartal Pyramid?
Yeah. Before that, I visited Bangalore Pyramid Valley, and after that, I came to this Kartal. Actually, Kartal Pyramid was inaugurated when I was in the very first year itself. So that Bhumi Pujan and everything was in front of me only that year.
You saw Kartal Pyramid in the making.
Yes. True.
Okay, not the final pyramid.
No.
So you also saw it while being constructed.
Only
Wonderful.
the land and just initial some ceremonies.
So how did it feel when you have attended Dhyana Mahachakram or Dhyana Mahayagnam for the very first time? All these thousands of meditators coming together and being mesmerized by the flute of Patriji and closing their eyes and meditating. How was that experience for you?
First Dhyana Mahachakram I attended in Visakhapatnam. There I heard so many people, they were telling about so many masters come and you can experience those. So I was not able to believe those things. Astral masters also are there, they come to attend this program. But when within 2-3 days, I was able to see really with my open eyes in those areas how masters are able to come. And there were people meditating for 10 days. Like Akhand Dhyan. So that energy and how the management is going on very smoothly during that time, I was able to witness that. Then I understood it's a big, something very big governance is there to manage all those things. I experienced that. And whatever I used to think I should have some breakfast with Patriji within few minutes in that place it would happen. Because in that crowd, I wanted to meet with Patriji, I wanted to spend time with Patriji, and that was very, very difficult. But that energy was so high, 70,000-80,000 people meditating together, and whatever we were thinking, it was manifesting like, and just to check I was doing, but it was the fastest manifestation ever happened. Every year I don't miss this Dhyana Mahachakram, except during my pregnancy. That 1 year only I missed.
So from 2011 onwards, you have continuously attended all Dhyana Mahayagnas and all Dhyana Mahachakras.
Yes, that 10 days I keep my life, just I forget everything, and just, that is my sadhana year act, sadhana time act.
Wonderful. And madam, people say you are very good with words. You are very talkative, you can communicate well, but what is your experience with silence?
I did 40 days of silence in Pyramid Valley. And I was inspired by Meher Baba, and I used to listen to Patriji that we need to practice silence. So during those in the year 2016, I was having some challenges. So I understood that if this time after meditation, now I should practice silence. Silence is the fastest way to enter into thoughtless state. I understood that, and it was so amazing. When we are silent, we are able to receive those esoteric messages from the higher world, and it becomes very easy actually. And altogether, I was under the mega pyramid, I was meditating, and 40 days I did those silence. So I discovered and I received so many messages which I was not till my experience of silence. And after that I started practicing silence. Half of the day I maintain silence actually, and nowadays I am practicing during my sessions only I speak, or else I am not speaking in phone, or half of the day I maintain silence, because it's so amazing. You get very, very amazing ideas when you are in silence. So not only when you are in valley or any place where you can practice silence, but every day also, if half 5 hours, 4 hours also we are practicing silence, it's amazing. It energizes more in a better way. It's like a catalyst for meditation. I am fond of silence actually. So when I am not in the public, I just maintain silence actually.
Is silence the secret for your wonderful communication skills?
I realized it later on. I got message, now you have to speak only spiritual science or truth. Other than that, no need to speak. I got that message actually. And later on it got verified, or you can say tallied with Patriji's message also. So whenever we are opening our mouth, it should speak truth, or else we should keep silence. So I got this similar message. That's why I understood this practically, how much power we are losing when we are not in silence. So inspired me. It really it's one of the best experience for me to maintain the silence actually.
This is really amazing. Staying silent for half of the day and still being able to manage with your daily course. Is it easy or is it difficult or is it manageable?
It's only the case of willpower, that's all. If I decide, even my child, she also supports me. Okay, now it's mama's silence time. And she also copies me. Okay, now my silence time. So if we think, we can create. So before silence, I was having lots many excuses, how I will manage this, that. When you are destined, when you are determined to do that, the universe also supports you. And I used to write messages also during my silence. So whenever any big program or anything I want to conduct, I go in silence. And it is my favorite work actually, apart from meditation. For 11 days silence or 40 days, next 40 days I am just planning. But whenever I want to create something, I go in silence actually.
This is a very wonderful thing that you have shared with us today. I am sure this will inspire a lot of people to go into more and more silence. What do you think is the significance of silence for spiritual evolution of a human being?
I can rate it like, it's like if you are 50% meditation then 50% silence. Equally it is very, very important actually. Like if you are meditating, we are getting the energy, cosmic energy. But if you keep on talking or keep on thinking, because when we speak, we have to think. So we are losing our energy. So our manifestation power decreases when we are not in silence. So our power to create, to co-create, to manifest anything, it enhances by 1,000 times. So if you are meditating for 3 hours, please go in silence for minimum 7 to 8 hours. Then the synergize, that catalytic output is so amazing actually. So I give very, very importance to this silence along with meditation.
Beautiful. This is a new thing that I have known about you today. Nice to know. Thanks for sharing. My next question is, what made you to start PMC Zorba?
It started when Patriji came to Raipur, and we came to this PMC office at Hyderabad first. Then he told me that you have to take care of PMC Chhattisgarh. He only offered me in that way. And then we were very, very amazed to see this studio, and Navkan showed me everything, showed me that time. So we were inspired to start, and by that time when we came back to Raipur, and then we were planning to start everything. So again Patriji called me, and then he told, studio let it be with Chhattisgarh, but a channel should be with PMC Zorba, so that you can give that essence of Osho and the Zorba, the Buddha, real new age man who is from within, he is a Buddha, and from outside he is doing all the other activities, maintaining his shop, his job, his business. So it can attract more youngsters. In that basis, then Patriji gave us this name, and the studio name is still Chhattisgarh Studio. But apart from that, we started this PMC channel, Zorba channel.
Wonderful. So what are the different programs that you organize or conduct through PMC Zorba?
We generally give a basic meditation learning of Anapanasati, that is the core principles included of all the basic concepts of PSSM. and Swadhyay is also one of the part, as well as there is a Jorbada Buddha talk show where the people who are just meditating and also doing some business and they are earning money in that way, how they are balancing their life. And there is a show for youth exclusively. Also parenting, some shows are there, motherhood series are also, sometime we give that sessions also. And mostly we are master in providing all the basic PSSM principle, how people should meditate during full moon night, because it's very difficult for people. So we provide this full moon live sessions also, so that they can meditate overnight, all night, like that. And some other sessions like for the children also we are conducting. So sometimes we promote that also for the kids, because we are fond of kids and youth, our channel, and specifically all the 18 principle. So minimum 5 to 6 principle we try to cover, so that people get confidence, like no chemical, no doctors, that policy is there. So spiritual health is the root cause and the physical health is the fruit. So in that way we are conducting these sessions actually in different segments.
So many programs.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I also knew that you have founded an organization called as Crystal Childcare Academy. What do you do through that organization?
Here our other team members who are looking after this, Gurpreet is head of that part, that segment. Our main aim is children should be taken care in their natural way, nurturing the child in their natural way. Mostly in their childhood itself, parents impose lots of their own understanding. For the even kindergarten also we are imposing the child to write or to read forcefully. So in that academy we are trying that children should learn in their formative years of till the age of 7 years. They should be able to learn love, music and dance, and creativity should be a part of natural way, not it can't be imposed. They can't learn creativity. So our basic aim is the children, every child is unique, and how to preserve their uniqueness in a natural way. And the very early childhood also we are giving this environment. So even we are planning to start with pregnant mothers or those who are planning to have child, that base how they should have the child also, that is the plan. And these children, when they are in their 7 years till the age of 7 years, if they are happily taken care, then only they can become a happy individual, because maximum percentage of our life is covered during the 7 years of what they learn, what they see, they understand and they implement in their later on life. So our aim is to provide the best during the first 7 years, and they will learn the education in a very natural and fun way. So that is the basic concept actually. And spirituality should be introduced from the very beginning. A child must learn what is meditation by just imitating. Also a child can learn, not by forcefully. So we are introducing those concepts. So it's very successful actually.
That's really a noble cause, because when a child is born, only one organ is not fully developed, that is the brain.
Yeah.
And the brain keeps getting formed till 6 years.
Yeah.
Those are called as formative years. So education to the child or to the parents is very important in those formative years. If you are working for that through spirituality, I would really say that that's a noble cause. Wonderful, and all the very best for you in those efforts.
Thanks.
Madam, you have lived life all these years in the material world and also in the spiritual world. What is your biggest lesson?
When we are happy within, we can achieve anything in our life. A happy man will be always successful, but not always a successful person is a happy one. So for me, inner happiness is of the biggest priority. So I try to be happy as much time I can be, and whatever way I can be. So I make sure I am always in this present moment, and my happiness should not be stolen by any means. So that is my effort every day.
Wonderful. So you are aware every moment to be happy and to be in the present moment. That's so nice. Thank you for sharing your learning for all of us. Madam, you told Gurpreet is heading Crystal Childcare Academy, and wherever Rose Madam is there, Gurpreet is also there. Please tell about her.
Actually, she is my past life daughter, and during her 21 years of age, I lost her in that past life, and I was having a feeling of guilty that I am not able to take care of my child. She was murdered in that past life, and this lifetime, in her 21 years, she joined me in meditation, and she recognized, and she used to have some connectivity with me, and we never thought what is this connectivity, but there were so many challenges associated with her and me. Then we discovered that okay, the past life is still here until we forgive those situations. So after that we got connected, and then this lifetime she is where she left, now she is again reliving those remaining days of her life with me. That's
Beautiful.
Right.
So it's a mother and daughter connection.
Yes, and
You're
now
enjoying.
working as a team member.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And the other person that I remember from Zorba the Buddha Meditation Center is Guptaji.
Yeah.
A very wonderful human being,
Yeah.
very calm, composed and helpful human being.
Yeah.
Please share something about him.
He was like my supporter, backbone you can say. Wherever I used to work for hours and hours, he used to keep one cup of tea when I will get time to drink that tea, because in initial years I was used to design the pamphlets and then distribution of the pamphlets, everything I used to do my own. So he was like, whatever food is required he will be giving me, if tea is required he will be, if water is required, as if he was assistant to me, as taking care as a father, as a friend, and it was amazing days actually. And with his support where we are today, actually we have grown like anything. So he always used to say, whatever you want Rose, please do it, don't think of anything that you can't do it. So he gave us a great moral support, and he did lots of support for our center also.
Beautiful, madam. A great businessman.
Yeah.
So humbly serving you because you stood for the cause of meditation.
Yeah.
Really, thank you so much for that. And what is your aim of life? And what is your vision for yourself and the world?
I want to convey and educate everyone, life is very simple and life is only for enjoyment. There is nothing else. It's not complicated until unless we make it complicated. So I want to educate everyone spiritual science from the as early as possible. So enlightened world, enlightened parents, enlightened children they will bring. So that is my aim of this project, everything whatever we are doing. And the 18 principle of this pssm, among them the 5 principle, life to be taught meditation, to be enjoyed with meditation, nature trackings, nature is to be enjoyed. So everything should happen very naturally. So we all can do it, only the basic formula is when we are meditating and when we are spreading this message to everyone. So it's not a big rocket science. So through that I want to educate whole world, yes, this is very very simple but yet very very powerful. So whatever we want to achieve in our life, this basic 2-3 principle itself can contribute us. So as a Zorba, the Buddha channel or with a team, I want every youth should enjoy their life. They should not be in a tension of creating their career. Parents should not be in a tension of their child, that what my child will do. Everything should happen very smoothly and a free flow. And there should be a world, that world is going to come where the parents are friends, the children are just enjoying with their friends. They are very okay with the parents, okay, they are my parents, but we are just all together friends. So that world is my dream world actually. So it can happen when the parents are enlightened, they are reading books and meditating. Definitely that world is going to come.
That's really a beautiful vision, man. Wonderful. What is your message to the world?
As I already told, that life is to be enjoyed to the fullest. Every moment should be enjoyed. We should not miss one moment. But yes, when we are not able to enjoy, or there is some sadness in our life, we enjoy much more better way when there is a paradox in our life. So everything is for the betterment only. There is nothing bad or good. All is for our learning. So if something bad is also there, please enjoy that also with 100% consciousness, awareness we can say, and then only you can be able to experience the goodness of life in a more better way. So this both are needed, I feel, in life.
Beautiful, beautiful and well said. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us today and sharing your wonderful message about silence and about being in the present moment and being happy. We'll definitely take this, we'll follow and we'll spread this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, my dear friends, we'll meet one more master, one more day. Your Pradeep Aniruddha signing off. Thank you.